after 1 o'clock, and we've arrived at the island of Tilos, but as you can see, it's just a huge big clump of rock, and there is a tree way up in the distance. And zoom in, see if you can see it there. Oops, where's it gone? Oh, there it is. And then if we come round, you see the rest of it. This is the would be the southeastern side of the island. We're coming around, but it really is desolate. There's not a stitch of greenery anywhere. So this is the southern side of the island. Looks like it's got a little bit more vegetation on it, but not a great deal. And we're coming around this corner, and our anchorage shouldn't be too far off. So it's just after 2 o'clock, and we're coming into our anchorage that we've chosen for the night. And we were told by somebody in Turkey that this island was heaven. But we're definitely struggling to see what on earth the person was talking about. Tilos was a rather strange little island that perturbed Roy though, especially after peering through the binoculars following our arrival, when he spotted 2 naked women walking around on the beach, what looked like an entire wardrobe of clothes hanging from a tree, a man riding a horse on the beach, and another trying to juggle 4 balls at the same time, followed by a man hanging from a red ribbon tied to the end of the shroud of his yacht, performing all sorts of twirling maneuvers. It's not often Roy wants to activate our alarm system on board, but this night he did. Today is the 10th of May, Wednesday, and we were up at dawn to leave Tilos Island and make our way over to Astipalaia. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, obviously not. But anyway, we're not sure if we're going to make it. We may have to change our direction and head for Kos, because even though we don't have strong winds and the sea's relatively flat, we have a swell running, which is on the nose, and we're not quite sure how that's going to deteriorate as we get further out towards our destination. So we'll see. It's 11:30 in the morning. We're more than halfway. We've got about 15 miles to go, and unfortunately the Maltini arrived far earlier than forecast, and we found ourselves in 15 to 20 knots of wind on the nose and a very rough, steep sea. But we're soldiering on, and hopefully we'll be at our destination later today. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, and we are arriving at the island of Astipalaia, and it's a little flatter than we expected, but as you can see, the weather has remained dreadful, but we're glad to be arriving. Arriving in Astipalaia meant we'd moved into the Cyclades region of Greece, having left the Dodecanese, providing pastures new to explore. Before the worst of the Maltini arrived, we dinghied ashore and hiked up the mountain to the castle. As we meandered through the narrow streets, we were both fascinated with the wonderful architecture and beautifully presented homes, all built up against the slopes of the mountain, not to mention the fantastic panoramic views and the well-preserved, picture-perfect old windmills perched on the ridge, possibly dating back to as early as the 18th century. It wasn't until we spoke to one of the locals, though, that we realized we were actually wandering around Kora, the capital of the island. Research revealed that the island belonged to the Byzantine Empire during the Middle Ages and was conquered by the Ottoman Empire in 1522. It remained under Ottoman control until 1912, with 2 interludes. From 1648 until 1668, it was occupied by Venice, and from 1821 to 1828, during the Greek War of Independence, it was part of the Provincial Greek Republic. In Greek mythology, Astipalaia was a woman abducted by Poseidon in the form of a winged, fish-tailed leopard, and after whom the island was named. The castle was built with black stones, contrasting with the white walled cluster of houses around it, and its history is entwined with the power struggles amongst the Venetians as well as the rulers of the Byzantine and Ottoman empires. So today is the 12th of May. This is the bay that we're anchored in Astipalaia Island, but this is the weather that we stayed hunkered down for. It's the Maltini's blowing through here at 25 to 30 knots sustained and gusting higher, and hopefully it all settles down by tonight and we can be on our way again. Yesterday we had the opportunity to actually explore a little and went all the way up to Cora. This is the castle at the top of the mountain, and the evidence of Cora's bones are all the way around. It was actually really lovely. Although we were hunkered down for bad weather for the duration of our stay on Astipalaia Island, we're glad we stopped by.